Coming up on CityView, just a few weeks in and Austin City Council is already hard at work setting priorities for the coming year. And we're jumping for joy after the City of Austin receives a big award for bicycle infrastructure. Plus, calling all artists. We know you're creative, but we'll fill you in on details to develop those business skills. Hi, thanks for joining us. I'm your host, Marissa Monroy. Those stories and more, but first, our top story. The Austin City Council convened for a two-day joint workshop with city executives to jumpstart the new year with strategic planning. The group developed a working draft of citywide outcomes to focus on for the next 3 to 5 years.
Respecting where we've come from and using that information to greatly inform how we move forward, but also not limiting our perspective to what we are capable of. So bringing all those different pieces together.
The difference that you're trying to make.
And what are the different steps we're taking to get there?
That would take into account the affordability aspect of it.
Gathering everybody's ideas, their input.
That would be directly under here, is as I heard the proposal.
All these perspectives, it's not easy to bring them together and try to synthesize them.
A combination of 90. We're going to use the time exactly as we've just designated.
Into combined thoughts.
It's the creeks that run through our city. We want to preserve and protect them.
That's what we're really dealing with here in Austin, is that we're having congestion.
I think there needs to be more clarification when we talk about poverty.
It gives everyone a very clear line of sight as to what are we aiming for? What are our goals as an organization, as a community?
We have the city council.
You know, it seems to me we could do that for every one of them.
It's about as much reliability in travel time as the length of travel time.
But how do we make sure that we are still seeing that canary in the coal mine?
And the city's executive staff.
There's segments of our community can't access those.
Gathering together.
Specifically housing, to me, that I think is real important.
Is it going to help us get us towards this goal?
To actually see if we can come up with a strategic plan for the city.
Right, what's the way people could actually understand whether this is happening or not? Not just how they feel, but what's sort of the evidence?
Our city itself has not had one for who knows how long, and it's about time we do.
Now that we've had this most recent election,
you cannot measure homelessness with one metric.
It seemed like an appropriate time for this new 10-1 council to rethink, reevaluate, or start all over with a new strategic direction for the city.
I think having some that are brand new, some that have been here just for a couple of years, some have been here for many years, having that combination of perspectives is really important and really helpful to this process, because there are individuals that are able to provide some historical insight.
As fast as they're being torn down in our city now, we won't have much built environment to say once there was a proud people that lived here.
In combination with folks that are able to provide a really fresh, new perspective.
We don't want to turn people away because they're poor. What we want is for that person to not be trapped in the bottom quintile of income for the rest of their life.
It's important for the council and to staff to be aligned on what are the real priorities that we need to work on first.
What I want to do is 2 changes to this proposal.
A strategic plan is incredibly important to the citizens, to the council itself, and to the entire workforce.
So we're good? You're good?
Having a strategic plan means that we know how to focus our attention on how we spend our money, what programs we do, where our staff spends its time.
I don't see that captured under what we're talking about.
It's important that that strategic plan reflect what the community's priorities are.
I choose to have a 45-minute commute. I just want to make sure it's 45 minutes every time I get in the car.
Our community has looked at us and said, this is not an affordable place for too many of us to live. This is not a city where we can all move around. As we set our priorities in this city, preserving and protecting the spirit and soul of this city, we need to focus on the priorities that are most important, and that's what this process is about.
Work will continue over the next few months to refine the strategic outcomes. The city is also creating a roadmap for engaging the community and employees in the new initiative. The City of Austin, Capital Metro, and the Austin Independent School District unveiled plans for the first Community Day of Dialogue on President's Day, February 20th. This event will enable the public to join conversations across Austin about local issues.
We come here today to call upon you to serve.
The Day of Dialogue is part of Conversation Corps, in which trained volunteer facilitators host conversations across the community on topics relevant to the 3 agencies.
So it's really important to me, and I know to my colleagues as well, to really hear from the public what ideas they have, what suggestions, what concerns they have. You know, many of the great ideas that we are able to enact at the council level really come from the public. And so this is an opportunity for people who may not be involved in the process, who may not have come to a city council meeting or a CAP Metro meeting or an AISD board meeting, to come out and offer their suggestions and ideas, because we need all of those voices. Our decisions are always better when we've got lots of people involved in that conversation.
For more information, visit conversationcorps.org. The City of Austin has yet another prestigious title for our bicycle infrastructure program. The national organization People for Bikes selected Austin as a Big Jump City. We're now part of a designated network along with 9 other cities from all over the country, including Memphis, LA, and New York. Austin can share information and leverage resources for infrastructure, motivational outreach, and education.
Austin is pretty honored and grateful to be chosen as a Big Jump City. Because it's going to help us implement Austin's bicycle master plan, which calls not for what Austin can do for cycling, but what cycling can do for Austin. It is an important element of us being able to reach and obtain the goals of our comprehensive plan, Imagine Austin, in terms of livability, in terms of health, and environmental sustainability.
This will help the city implement Austin's bicycle master plan. More than 80 cities nationwide were in competition for this designation. Way to go, Austin. Would you like to make your passion profitable? Artist Inc., now in its 4th year in Austin, is currently taking applications through March 1st. The Artist Inc. program addresses specific business needs and challenges artists of all disciplines face.
Over the last year, I've actually finally started making money at painting for the first time in 10 years since I went to college for studio art. And over the past 3 months, I was actually able to pay for my lifestyle, my studio lifestyle, everything through commission work, through paintings.
In the year that I've been here, I've held a few pop-up shops.
It's been an extremely positive year for my art career since Artist Inc.
Artists gather 1 night a week for 8 weeks to learn business skills specific to their art practice and apply those skills cooperatively with their peers. The Artist Inc. summer session starts June 6th and runs through August 1st. 25 fellows will be selected through a competitive application process. Artist Inc. is made possible by the Economic Development Department's Small Business Program and the Mid-America Art Alliance. For more information on the program, workshops, and to access the application, visit austintexas.gov/artistincatx. The City of Austin was one of 6 cities selected nationwide to receive a $25,000 planning grant from the project partners for Cities Connecting Children to Nature. The Parks and Recreation Department dedicated an additional $25,000 in capital planning funds to assist in the project. A 6-month strategic planning process brought together representatives from 10 city departments, plus AISD, the health sector, and nonprofit organizations. Together, they will work to create a 3-year implementation plan. The purpose of the plan is to identify how city leadership can provide abundant and equitable access to nature for the children of Austin, with a focus on children in low-income communities. Austin residents can show their support for the City of Austin's Children's Outdoor Bill of Rights resolution by signing the online pledge form, which currently has nearly 1,000 signatures. For more information, visit the website on your screen. The Economic Development Department's Music and Entertainment Division kicked off the jams with ATX Music Talks.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in.
The goal is to develop a forum to foster discussion about different aspects of Austin's live music industry. Presented live on Facebook, the hour-long series provides an opportunity for local industry professionals to participate in discussions exploring how to improve the industry from music tourism to music licensing. A key element is an ongoing dialogue with community members about the ever-evolving music ecosystem. Past content for ATX Music Talks includes government role in the commercial music industry, increasing your fan base, and bringing home the bacon.
I think it went great. We got some really good feedback, questions from folks. The cool thing about doing this on Facebook is that you're reaching an audience. Our Facebook audience is 10,000 people, and it's musicians and music fans and industry professionals from all walks of life. We got some questions from the Tejano music community. We got some questions from the hip hop community. I don't think there's any other avenue that we could use where we could appeal to an audience in mass like that.
To learn more about events and music office programming, visit atxmusic.org. That's all for this week's CityView. I'm your host, Marissa Monroy. Our next episode premieres Monday, February 13th. Thanks for watching.